Okay, so it's a beautiful new day. We are back to full health. We're still alive. We haven't starved to death or frozen. We actually have a house now, which is great. So, next order of business, let's get some more food. We have a full belly right now, but we only have a few pieces of grilled meat. And we're going to need some more if we're going to do well out here. So, let's go hunting. We got some spears. I think I'm going to gather a little bit more so we can make a few more spears. We're probably going to need them. The other thing about gathering all these berries is, sure, we can eat them, but these narco berries are going to really come in handy when we try to make some friends. And by making friends, I mean knocking dinosaurs unconscious, keeping them unconscious with the narco berries, and slowly force feeding them until they actually like us. And, then they'll be our friend for life. Kind of weird, but it works. All right, let's see here. Got enough for any spears? Perfect. And of course, we're still working to try to increase our experience points because we want to get some better engrams for better items, better weapons. The next thing I really want to get is a slingshot because that's going to help us a lot later on. Okay, so there's that turtle again. Hate that guy. He's the worst. I think it's the same one. Let's see. This one is a level 4 turtle. I am going to give it a shot, see if I can take him. So, time for an intense, slow speed chase. Now, if I time these strikes just right, sometimes I can hit him and he won't hit me. I'm taking a quick back step when he gets really close, which is keeping me from being quite dead. Oh, good. We got him. Barely got him, but we got him. I'm going to use the pickaxe because it... actually, no. I'm going to use the hatchet. Turtles have keratin, which will rarely drop when I use the hatchet. There it goes. And then I also need a lot of hide. Those are both going to be really helpful. So, let's see what else we can find to kill. We lost a spear on that last guy, and we are actually a little bit hurt. So, let's see if we can get some berries back up. Now this dino here will not fight back very well. We should be able to kill him no problem. I'm not worried about my health. You can tame these reasonably easily, but they're not very helpful as pets. They give your dinosaurs an experience boost when you pet them, but, not super helpful right now. Most of the time, if I'm trying to get meat, I'll go ahead and use my pickaxe, because that gets you more meat, where the hatchet gets you more hide. Let's see how we're doing for meat here. Okay, 20 meat, not bad. Yeah, we don't have any bathrooms out here, sorry about that. Decency is the least of our worries. Okay, and I can see that my water is getting kind of low. I'm going to start heading back towards the coast before that goes down all the way. And I think I see that Oviraptor again on the beach. Who's that guy think he is, right? Yep, that's him. These guys are so freaky. I still don't dare fight a Triceratops. Those guys will mow me down and won't be pretty. So we're just going to let them do their thing and we'll do our thing. Everybody's happy. Okay, probably going to want some water right about now. And while I'm here, I'll grab some more flint. I'm going to start heading back towards the house because our experience is getting a lot higher, and we're probably going to level up after we make some food. Also, raw meat spoils a lot faster than cooked meat, and I want to try to get that up into the cooking fire before it spoils. Yeah, where are my manners? Still prioritizing these small round rocks while I'm using my pickaxe because we're going to really want this metal later on. Okay. Kind of wish I put my door on backwards so it'd be easier to see where it is. Okay, so first things first, let's get this food in the fire. Toss some meat on the barbie. Now you can see here, I can't place anything else in there. Now right above the light fire, you see storage 3 out of 3. That means there's too much stuff in here. It's only got room for 3 slots of items. So I'm going to pull out everything but the wood, drop the meat back in, and light it back up. I can also put the fire up and down by pressing triangle, as you can see there. Now to make things easier for me, I like to have one box for mostly materials and one box for other items. So I think I'm going to put most of my building materials in this one because it's a little further from the outside, and I'm not 100% sure that that wall is going to protect that box. So I'll put all my important stuff in a little closer just in case. That keratin is going to be really valuable later, and believe it or not, the charcoal is actually really helpful later on too. Okay. So we got some thatch wood and fiber. While that's cooking, I'm going to pop back out and gather some more stuff and see if I can make some more storage boxes. So that should be just enough experience to push me over the edge here. Oh, and I see a dodo bird. Great. Go ahead and eat some stuff. I'm still prioritizing eating berries first. They actually don't restore your health, but meat can restore a little bit of health when you take damage. Okay, now this is a female dodo. That can actually be pretty helpful. So I'm going to see if I can knock her unconscious with my fists. So, instead of just straight up killing this bird, I'm going to punch it a few times. And now you can see it's actually unconscious. So I'm going to access its inventory and put these mejo berries on it. Now you'll notice I can see the dodo's stats right here. And at the very bottom, you see this thing, torpidity. Now you'll see that's slowly going down. And he also has a food gauge, which is also slowly going down. If I put these narco berries on him and use the trigger, it's actually going to increase his torpidity. Torpidity is actually how unconscious he is. And he's also slowly eating these berries. Now you see his unconscious gauge is going down, but his taming gauge is actually going up. Every time she eats a berry, her taming gauge increases. And now, I have a new friend. So, this is now a tamed pet of mine. I can tell her to follow me. If you hold down circle, it brings up your whistle commands. Now with the dodo, it's a lot easier to just pick her up with triangle. Now I can run back to my house. And by run, I mean slowly walk back to my house. The reason I wanted a female dodo, They serve very little useful purpose, except they lay eggs. It's basically a glorified chicken. They're also delicious if you're in a pinch, but, you know, I'm going to try to avoid that if we can. I'm going to toss her in the corner there. You can see her stats there. It says her name, her level, and that she's following me. If I want to stop that, I'm going to whistle to stop all. Now she's no longer on follow. If she's on follow, she'll chase me everywhere I go. They're also good for pooping. And believe it or not, that poop is actually helpful, so I'm going to pick that up and store it. Now, just like me, the dodo needs to eat, so I'm going to go ahead and put these yellow berries on her and try to keep a stack of those on her at all times. I don't have too many, but that'll be something. And that should keep her from starving to death anytime soon. I'm keeping the medjow berries because those are better for taming. They tame more quickly using those. And as you can see, I have quite a few narco berries too. So let's check on our fire. We have most of the meat done. I'll toss a couple more logs on there, keep that fire going. And now I'm getting kind of low on wood, so I'm going to go back out and gather some. Still got some good daylight. Now, stuff that's on the ground still gives you pretty good wood. And now I've got that level up I was waiting for. Still need a lot of berries and fiber, now that I have 2 mouths to feed. But the great thing about that dodo is she will eventually lay eggs, and then I can eat the eggs. And that'll actually help me stay alive. They're also really helpful later on for making kibble, but that'll be for another day. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on my weight. Still doing alright. And let's see, I think I'm going to increase my melee damage now that I've got enough stamina to keep moving. And now we have 12 engram points, which is exciting, because now I can make a slingshot. And let's see what else we got. Phiomia is basically a giant pig. I don't really want a saddle for it because they're pretty much useless, not very helpful at all. But all of this will be really helpful later on. So, let's see. I'm going to start out by making a mortar and pestle. And we'll actually be using that pretty soon. Okay, just about overweight, so I'm going to come back in with a load of this. What the hey, I'll grab some thatch on the way. And I'm going to grab a little more thatch, make some more storage boxes, because we're probably going to want one. We're already starting to run low on storage space. And let's see what we need for this slingshot. Okay, just need some hide. So I'll go ahead and grab that. And I'll pull these out too. So for a mortar and pestle, I'm going to need some more stones. But I will go ahead and craft this slingshot, because that's going to be really helpful. Now the slingshot, I'm going to make that my primary weapon, and then I'll put the spears as my secondary. The slingshot actually fires stones as ammo. Now it's not as fast at killing things as some things are, but it gives them torpor damage, which makes them go unconscious more quickly. And that is really helpful. So here goes another storage box. Just kind of have a wall of storage boxes right now, which is great. And I'll move some more of my valuable stuff a little further in.